Hi there, welcome to this lesson. We're going to learn about creating an IAM role or identity and access management role on Amazon Cloud. So IAM role is very important when you have to authorize any service with another service or any other account on AWS. So it is one of the core services and building blocks for Amazon Cloud. So you can go to security and identity management, or you can just search IAM on the AWS search bar and you would find this dashboard for IAM console. So on the left hand side, you got various options for access management and access reports. So in order to create a role, you have to just navigate to the roles option just below the user groups and users to create an IAM role. So as you can see here, I've already created multiple IAM roles that has attached to various kinds of cloud services on AWS. And if you want to create a separate role for accessing resources on the cloud, you can create. So resource is like a user account, but it's not a user account. It has some attached permissions to use and perform certain operations on the respective cloud services. So just go to create a role, and this will provide you 4 different options that you can use to create a trusted entity. First is for AWS services. You can attach to any of the AWS services as listed below, and you can use it to authorize access to another AWS account. You can also attach it for web identity and SAML federations. So if you want to provide access to some resources, maybe you are working on a team where you have hundreds of users or developers and testers working with you on AWS. They all may have separate accounts, and you can grant permission to certain resources on the cloud using IAM. Also, if you have a single account, you can also provide access to various services. So this time we are selecting Redshift. So Redshift is a popular service on AWS that can be used for storage, retrieval of information, and a lot of things here. So just select the Redshift. You can choose any other service like DynamoDB, S3, anything else. And once you select this thing, you can create a policy. You can attach permission policies, and you can select these things. So these are various policies that grant certain kind of access like read access, invoke access. You can push into the CloudWatch, VPN gateway access, write access, execute access, SDK access, and a lot of things. So as we are using Redshift, if you want to select, we can select the respective permissions. If you want to attach like S3, you can attach S3 full access. So this way we have the access for read, write, delete, anything, any kind of operations that we want to perform on some content kept on the S3 bucket, we can perform. If you want to only provide a read-only access, you can provide a read-only access. Amazon S3 read-only access. Okay, this way, say for example, if you're building a web application or mobile application that can retrieve information from the data kept on the S3 bucket, you can just provide read-only access. So in that case, it will only be able to retrieve information, but it's not allowed to delete, modify, or anything, right? Any additional information. So as the permission is blocked, it is very secure. Okay, so implementing a security comes to just one service, that is IAM. So if you implemented identity and access management very properly, your cloud system or cloud integration environment is almost secure. And you can think of it. Although there are other security services dedicated for DOS and other things, but still IAM is core service. That's why it is categorized under the security and management, security and identity management services on the AWS. So just provide the name of this role. You can provide a role description. So as we are creating a role for Redshift, let's provide a Redshift role. So it will be easy to learn that it is related to Redshift. Otherwise, we could get confused. And if you want to add some one-line description, or more elaborate one you can provide. So maybe if you have 50 or hundreds of IAM roles, and you may get confused that which role is attached to which service or which account, you can get informed with your roles created with the description. And here are the policies that has been attached, and hit OK. So here we have created this new role. Just search for it, Redshift role. This IAM role has been created, and there's no last activity, so we have not used it. Just go to the properties and you would find the first one is role ARN, Amazon resource name. So you have to copy this thing. Whenever you want to attach your identity access management role to any different service for authentication, you can just have this thing. Say if you create a Redshift account, if you create a instance for DynamoDB database and you want to give permission, attach this role, you can just paste it there. So, and you can also get other options. If you want to customize the policies anytime later on, you can just go to the attach policies and you can customize it. Say for example, if we granted only read access for S3 bucket, and maybe in future we want to customize it, we can do so just clicking on the attach policy. You can also add some other things like access advisors, various tags. You can revoke various sessions. You got other properties as well. So if you want to dive deeper into this IAM role, you can have this thing. And you got the JSON option as well. This is created for this role. You can also create and operate IAM roles using AWS CLI. So on the command line interface also, you can do these things if you don't want to access via console. So this is how you create an IAM role on AWS, and you know how to attach the policies, provide permissions for read, write, execute, and other things, and how you can find the ARN for this IAM role. Keep learning and keep moving ahead. You are going to learn more in the coming lessons.